most want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem outside, the Apostle Elder GMS, and to all the icons across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. This is a short lesson about the future history of Babylon, Esau Edom. It's been declared throughout all the scriptures that what we call America, so-called Babylon, is going to go down, man, according to prophecy. Just like all the captivities that we've been in, the Lord delivers us out of them all and destroys those places. So likewise, it's going to happen to America. This is Second Ezra 6 and 8. It says, I'm gonna start at 7. Second Ezra 6 and 7. It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that follows? As Ezra asked, I'm talking to the angel. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So you know that we're in the time of Esau's reign and his rule. But guess what? All right, we're also at the time in the ending of Esau's rule. All right, we know that through the prophecies and through his word getting pushed. All right, and that was symbolic from the birth. That his reign will be, but for a while. All right, and now we're coming to the end of that. And we can see that all the nations that are rising up against America, Babylon, mystery Babylon, that the prophecies are being fulfilled. And shortly after, the Most High is going to send a son down there to redeem the elect of Israel. This is Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth will pass away, and there was no more sea. Right? And that new heaven is going to be a new rulership. All right, along with the elect, 144 inhabiting, going to be the first inhabitants of Israel. It says, and the first earth was passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw John, and I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And that's the point, man. When we get back in our natural, in our celestial state, we're gonna be a glorious sight to see, man. It said in verse 3, and I heard a great voice of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. The Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. Right. So right now, the power right now is Esau Edom, because this is his kingdom, man. Although the Most High ruling the kingdom of men, he give it to whoever so he like it. Okay. So right now we're in the hand of these the wicked ruler, man, the enemy, the angry man. All right. Verse 4, and this is the point, man, because it's gonna be this is what we're looking for. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And that's the whole thing, man. When we get delivered and we get put back in our land, everything's going to be new, it's going to be refreshed. The name of the Lord is going to be refreshed. All right, we're going to have our promise. We're going to have our gift that the Lord gave to us, which is everlasting peace and rulership over these other heathens. This is Psalms 48 and 6. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. And when you look at that word raged, it's a past tense, right? Because he's going to break asunder the powers to be in Babylon. The heathen raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The hour of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge, Selah. Come behold the works of Yahweh, the desolations he have made in the earth. Right? It, this place so-called America, all right, spiritually south of Egypt, Babylon, Rome, okay, Assyria. This place is gonna be fucking desolate, man. Right? It would be uninhabitable for humans to be here, man. You know. So verse 9 says, "He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in the thunder. He burneth the chariot in the fire. Be still and know that I am the Most High. I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth. Yahweh of hosts is with us. The power of Jacob is our refuge." And that goes back to that Revelation 21, where it says you're gonna wipe away our tears, all right, and wipe away our fears. Okay. And also talk about the last thing he's gonna do is get rid of death, man. All right, and that's for the whole nation of Israel. It says "Be still and know that I am Yahweh, and I will be exalted among the heathen. I will be exalted in the earth." Right, because the scriptures talk about everybody's going to bow and everybody's going to worship. Right, but we got to show the heathens how to worship. Okay. Isaiah 14 and 22. I'm gonna start at 21. You know what? Start at I'm gonna start at 19. Shoot, I'm gonna start at 16. It says Isaiah 14 and 16. "The they that see him shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth tremble, that did shake the kingdoms?" And we all know who that is, man. All right, Esau going around dropping bombs. All right, destroying whole cities. All right, still have radioactive activity going on in Hiroshima. All right, there's no secret that who goes around destroying cities. All right, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, and that have not opened the house of the prisoners. Who are the prisoners? All right, it's the nation of Israel who trapped in Esau's kingdoms, man, from England to Britain to America. All right, they're really scattered abroad, man. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Right, man. You know, every other nation has their own rulers, man. Right, except the nation of Israel. "But thou art cast out, thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a raiment of those that which are slain. Thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot." And that's going to be a future thing coming to Esau, man. All right, because this whole thing is about prophecy. It's about faith in the prophecy. It's also about watching and praying and discerning the times. All right, this is verse 20. "Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned." That "never be renowned" is a future reference, man. Like we're gonna get it later on in Job. What it's talking about. All right, verse 21. It says, "Prepare slaughter for the children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the faces of the world with cities." But once Esau's society goes down, all right, he won't be no more found except with them slave pits, man. Building up the kingdom, man. The continual employment till his time is up and he's gonna get destroyed. All right, the whole nation is tired of these red devils, man, and these demons, man. Okay, verse 22 is the point. "For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant," man. All right, nobody's gonna be thinking about this place again, man. All right, the remnant, there'll be no more inhabitants of this place. Babylon, Salaki, says, "I'll cut off from Babylon the name and the remnant, and the son and the nephew, saith Yahweh. I will make it a possession for the bittern, to the bird, and pools of water, and I'll sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh of hosts." Right, man, it's going to be a great destruction. All right, great wrath. The Lord's anger is going to rain down on this place. Revelation 18 and 1. It says, "And after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. All right, all right. So that's going to be after the destruction has come, man. All right, after it's fallen, it's going to be uninhabitable, man. All right, only doleful creatures. All right, owls and bitters, man. Hold on. This Isaiah 18 and 1. It says, woe to the land shadowing with wings, which is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. The sitteth ambassadors by the sea, even in vessels of bulrushes upon the waters, saying, go ye swift messengers to a nation scattered in field, to a people terrible from the beginning, hither to a nation meted out and trodden down, whose land the rivers have spoiled. All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye when he lifteth up the ensign on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye. Right? And that ensign is us out there teaching and prophesying the downfall of this place, man. All right? Because what does Esau do? He goes around spreading his philosophies, taking over lands, all right, and spreading his doctrine to the other nations, man. And they're making them drunk. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get that in Revelation 18 and 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchandise of the earth are waxed rich. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You know, and that's them going across these borders, going across these waters, taking over the lands, of the tribes, also taking over other heathen lands, man. All right, but that's why the Most High sent people out here to be an ensign to speak against this place. Um, Jeremiah 51 and 49, 51 and 50. Oh, I'll start at 49. This goes back to that revelation. If Babylon had caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain of all the earth. Ye that have escaped the sword, go away, stand not still. Remember Yahweh far off, and let Jerusalem come into your mind. We are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame have covered our faces, for strangers are come into the sanctuaries of Yahweh's house. All right, we Jerusalem was sacked, carried away the treasures. Okay, and even there's been multiple times in the scripts where we've been invaded, man. All right, and we've had heathens in our land, destroying and defiling the land. It says, we are confounded because we have heard reproach. Shame hath covered our faces. For strangers are coming to the sanctuaries of Yahweh's house. Wherefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will do judgment upon her graven images, and through all her land the womb shall groan. All right, and the Lord's coming to redeem his elect, man. All right, Babylon's not going to stand. Though Babylon shall mount up to heaven, and though she should fortify the heights of her strength, right? They're constantly trying to build up their armies. All right, they're constantly trying to expand their so-called power, or the power they think they have. It says, and through she should fortify the height of her strength. Yet from me shall spoilers come unto her, saith Yahweh. That's the point, man. The Most High is going to send these spoilers up against Esau, man. All right, you're gonna turn American lovers against them. It says a sound of a cry coming from Babylon 20, and I'm gonna start at um start at 4. Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Right, man. Even though we think we've been in this a long time, this is only but a few drops of the sand clock to the Most High, man. All right. It says, though his excellency mount up to heavens, there go them heavens again, man. That's the pride, and that's the witty inventions they keep throwing up in the firmament. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though the excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds. Right. That's heavy. So yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Right, man. Because after the 1,000 years of slavery, man, nobody's gonna be asking about this dude, man. It's gonna be, it's gonna be like a bad dream. It's gonna be like he never existed. All right, wow, because the Most High gonna wipe our tears, man. Or he gonna put us in so much um uh bliss, I would say, for lack of a better word, that we're not gonna be thinking about this man. Okay, and he shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his face any more behold him, man. You know, and that's the future. That's gonna be the future history of Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom, Babylon, man. All right. The Elder Malcolm just did a good video talking about he's the only one not promised promised not salvation, but he's the only one that's destined to get destroyed, man. All right. The Most High anger is great toward Esau Edom, toward American Babylon, man. This is my last scripture. Psalms 149, and I'm gonna start at one because this is good, and this is gonna be the future history of Israel and Esau. So praise ye Yahweh, sing unto Yahweh a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. That Israel rejoice in him that made him, that the children of Zion be joyful in their king, man. And that's what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna worship Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. We're gonna be on total point in the kingdom. All right, the trees are gonna rejoice, the animals, the grass, the flowers, the whales, right? The flies, the gnats, to let them praise his name, and he's gonna need the name, man. The name of salvation. Let them praise his name in the dance, right? And today is the Passover coming in tonight, and as I'm talking about having a goddamn party, man. All right, singing, calling on the name of Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. All right. For Yahweh take a pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation, man. All right. That's gonna be starting with the elect, man. He takes pleasure in his people, man. All right. It's gonna be a time when the Most High is gonna return us to his good graces, man. Let the saints be joyful and glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. And right now we do sing, we sing at the point that we know this truth, all right, and that we hope the Most High have mercy on us and save us, all right. It says, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth and the two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye Yahweh, man. All right, that's going to be the future history of Esau, man. They're going to be going to chains, all right, in iron, all right. They're going to serve a hard-ass bondage, man. All right, imagine you like to give Jake 20, 40, 60 years straight. Y'all going to do 1,000 years straight. Hard time, all right. And guess what? You're going to be at the will, you're going to be at the mercy of the Israelites, man. All right. And we're going to devise all type of evil things against you, man. We're going to meditate terror on you, man. All right. And I know not one brother in the camp to have mercy on you Edomites, man. To execute upon them the judgment written. What's Halawaya, Allah, Yahweh, outside, man, for this truth, and for us understanding this and rejoicing in the fact that He's going to